And we are live. Welcome for this live stream on the latest and greatest news in Ethereum and DeFi. I do this every Monday at 11 p.m. UTC plus 8. And if you don't know me, I'm Julian, your host, and on Edo Blogs, I teach blockchain development. Hi guys on the chat. I see that we have many people already here. This is awesome. So before we continue with the news, quick announcement. So this week there's gonna be a live training on crypto trading bot. If you want to book your seat, you can do so. Okay, so let me post this in the chat. You can do so with this link and book your seat. So we are going to start with the price of Ether. So this week, after a week just before that was better, unfortunately that was a negative week, but not too much, just minus 5%, and now we are going up again. But yeah, in general the past few weeks haven't been great for the crypto market. And in terms of positive news, so we had a very important milestone that was reached. We just reached 1 million people subscribed to the Ethereum Reddit. So I remember a few years it was much less than this. It was just a few 10,000 of people. So really, I mean, what a progression during all this time. So even though we have all these negative news for the price, like, don't get too impressed by this. We need to stay focused on the long-term metrics, like the number of people who are interested in Ethereum. This is really the stuff that really matter long-term. So this week there was an important meeting of the Ethereum developers, the core developers. So this summer there's gonna be an important upgrade of the Ethereum network. That's the London hard fork. And so in this meeting they discuss what's going to be changed. They discuss the exact date when this is going to happen. And if you want to know exactly all the changes of the London upgrade, you can check out this article. And of course the biggest upgrade is EIP 1559. I already mentioned this in a previous live stream, but basically it's going to change the way that we pay transaction fees, and it may help to decrease the transaction fee, even though ultimately that's going to be Ethereum 2.0. That's going to be the final answer. Then next we are going to talk about Arbitrum. So Arbitrum, which is a layer 2 scaling solution. So Arbitrum mainnet, Arbitrum testnet is now live. So you can now deploy your contract, deposit and withdraw Ethereum token through their bridge. So one more layer 2 scaling solution. So currently the news on Ethereum will be mainly focused on all these layer 2 scaling solution, with of course Polygon being the most important one. And if you want an explanation of what is Arbitrum exactly, I found this blog post that is quite useful with a schema and a diagram. So there is some space for several layer 2 scaling solution. It's not just going to be one of them. I do think that Polygon is going to stay the dominant one for the cheaper transaction. And you're going to have other layer 2 scaling solution that are going to be used by whales or by people who want a little bit more security. Next, important metric. So we have 1.3% of the Bitcoin supply that is now wrapped in Ethereum under different form, but the biggest one is wrap Bitcoin. And yeah, so that's very important to see all these other assets coming to Ethereum. Ethereum is really a liquidity black hole. We start to see some stocks being traded on Ethereum with the Wall Street Bet dApps that was released a few weeks ago. So this is a very important metrics to monitor. Then when it comes to the market cap of DeFi, So this week we are at about 60 billion, so still far from the peak of almost 87 something that we reached a couple of months ago. But yeah, I mean, at least we are not going down. This is stable. And so if you compare this with the market cap of DeFi, which is almost 300 billion, so DeFi versus ETH ratio is 20%. So yeah, the total value locked in DeFi represents 20% of the market cap of Ethereum. Then I wanted to show you this dashboard, a very useful dashboard, crypto fees. So it shows you the fees that were collected by various DeFi protocol, and this really gives you a true representation, a true indicator of the importance of these protocols, because if people are willing to pay to use the protocol, it means that they find value in it. And you know, a lot of these so-called Ethereum killers, actually their fees on the whole network usually is lower than the fees of just a single DeFi protocol on Ethereum. And we can see that Uniswap V3 is leading in terms of fee. Yeah, and it seems like Uniswap V3 is collecting more fee than the whole Binance Smart Chain, which I find completely insane. So yeah, I mean, when you hear about all these users going to Binance Smart Chain, yes, but you also have to balance this with the fees that are generated, and clearly Uniswap is leading here. And we also have QuickSwap, which is the biggest exchange on Polygon. So also really, you know, I mean, just look at this. The fee collected on QuickSwap represents something like maybe 70% of all the fee collected on Binance Smart Chain. So yeah, that really shows you how Ethereum is really powerful. Okay, so next, let's see the top gainers and losers for the DeFi token. So what do we have? So first, we have WEX, like plus 60% almost. Keep, so that's the token of the Keep network, a privacy solution, plus 50%. Beefy Finance 36%. DForce plus 22%. And in terms of the loser, what do we have? Okay, the Melon protocol now has been renamed Enzyme. Minus 42 is pretty violent. Then a couple that I don't know, X Sushi minus 23, Synthetics here minus 23. So yeah, we see more red than green this week for the DeFi token. Then let's continue with specific news for DeFi project. So there was a big milestone that was reached by PancakeSwap, which is the leading DEX on Binance Smart Chain. They now had 1 million users per week, which is, I mean, exactly unique active wallet, but it's roughly equivalent to unique active user. So yeah, 1 million per week, that's huge. I remember 6 months ago when MetaMask reached 1 million monthly user. It was already a big milestone, but now we have 1 million users per week for PancakeSwap. So for the smaller trader, PancakeSwap is clearly the number one DEX. Then what do we have? Next news. So there is a DeFi blockchain called Karura that raised $100 million, and that is a DeFi chain that is related to the Polkadot ecosystem. So we heard a lot about Polkadot at the beginning of the year, and since then not too much. So apparently we do have some action here, but yeah, I mean, basically currently it's Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and all the other one are really far below this. Yeah. Then so there was a rug pull on Polygon. So Polygold, which is one of the biggest yield farming application on Polygon, was rug pulled. So yeah, it was a really bad week for Polygon, because I believe very recently they had another scam. So some people got a little bit pissed with all these scams happening on Polygon. That's very new. Before we didn't hear about all this stuff, but like Polygon started to be a victim of its success. As soon as there is a new shiny blockchain, and unfortunately hackers start to notice, and so yeah, you probably see more of this in the next few weeks. So yeah, be careful when you invest in whatever project. If it doesn't matter if it's on Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, anywhere, you always have that sort of problem, unfortunately. Then Instadap has raised $10 million in an investment round that was led by Andre Cronje. So if you never heard of Instadap, basically this is a dashboard for DeFi. This allows you to manage all your DeFi investment from one single dashboard. It was started by two Indian brothers, I think at that time in 2018. I think they were something like maybe 18 and 19, so very young, and they went to a hackathon and they won the first prize, and they were noticed, and they received $2.3 million of investment 6 months after, and so now second raise, but much bigger this time. So yeah, I mean, and really these guys, they were a coder, but they were not specially connected in the world of investors. They just show up at a hackathon and they got noticed. So really that show you that really just with your coding skill, you can go very, very far. So congratulations to them. Then some news from BlockFi. So BlockFi, this is an app where you can lend and borrow crypto, but in a centralized way. And so the CEO just released a metric saying that the average balance of their retail client has been multiplied by 5 from 10,000 to 50,000. So bullish metrics. Then let's talk of NFT. So we are going to talk of the big sale of the week on NFT. So someone made a NFT for the Dogecoin by using the original picture that started the whole the whole meme with the dog. So this is, for the story, this is a Japanese dog, and someone posted the picture of this dog. I think that was maybe 10 years ago, and that became viral, and people started to use this picture for all sort of meme, and someone put it in NFT, and it was sold for 1,700 ETH, which is how much in dollars? I think it has to be several million. Yeah, so something really, really huge. Then another big raise this week. So next, a game developer called Mythical raised $75 million, and they are building basically a platform to allow game developer to have NFT in their game. So I think it's very smart, because before we used to see a lot of games that were created specifically for blockchain, but really in a blockchain game there is only a very small part that is specific to the blockchain. It's just the part where you record the assets, but all the rest, all the graphic, like 99.9999% of the blockchain game is not on the blockchain. So it really takes time to develop a gameplay, develop the graphic, develop an audience. Is very, very competitive. So I think it's much more efficient to take existing game and basically just extract the assets and put them on the blockchain. For example, if you play World of Warcraft, maybe the data about your character, the data about everything you own can be put in NFT and can be put on the blockchain. And so this would be much more efficient than try to create a game from scratch. And so what these guys are doing, these guys who raised 75 million, they're building a platform to basically where they can allow game to put the asset on the blockchain. So I'm very bullish for ideas like this. It's very, very practical. I love it. Then NFTs and DeFi are coming together thanks to a new launchpad for NFTs. So this is a project to allow artists and also coders to monetize their intellectual property by creating an NFT. So it's the first time that I see a project specifically targeting coders for NFTs. So basically, you'll be able to turn your code into an NFT and have people finance your code. So that can be useful, for example, for open source developer. We know now that with blockchain, we're really trying to experiment, try to find new financing mechanism for open source. We have a Gitcoin already, but maybe that this can be good too. So yeah, really, really interesting to see NFT for coders. Then we're going to talk of regulation and enterprise blockchain. So there was a big bullish news last week. So El Salvador is going to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender. And after the news, Bitcoin jumped above $37,000. So that was nice to see finally some good news after all the negative news in the past few weeks. And I wanted to take advantage of this to highlight the fact that not all countries have the same standpoint when it comes to cryptocurrencies. You know, like sometimes we have the impression that all countries are going to come together and ban Bitcoin together. And recently also we had this regulation on this global corporate tax. So sometimes you have the illusion, you think that countries act together. Yes, sometimes they act together, but still not all countries agree, especially when it comes to crypto. And you will never have a moment where all countries ban crypto. It's always going to be a mixed match. Some countries start to ban it, and on the contrary, some other country see an opportunity and they become more open to it. So that's why I don't believe, I'm not afraid that there'll be like a worldwide ban on crypto. It's just too complicated. Like countries do not all have the same incentive, and news like this are here to prove my point. Then let's keep going. So there was this report on DeFi that was made by some regulators, where they explain what kind of regulation we might see on DeFi. And I read it, but I think that what they end up saying is that it's going to be really hard to regulate, basically, because they say, yeah, like the problem is, if we start to regulate DeFi, it really goes against the constitution of many countries, because code is free speech. So if we start to sue a developer for having written the code of a smart contract, it really goes against the constitution. So it's really not obvious how this regulation is going to be done. So yeah, I'm not too worried about regulation on DeFi because of these very specific points. Code is free speech. Then some good news from Texas. So it has allowed some crypto bank to custody crypto. So in the US, we've seen a couple of states that started to adopt a more positive stance to crypto. We have Wyoming, which is working on a law to give a legal status to DAO. So it's nice to see that really we have regulators that start to provide really a framework for crypto and start to embrace it. Then bad news. So the bank of Binance in the US, Silvergate, decided to stop their services to Binance, which means that US customers cannot do a US dollar deposit and withdrawal to Binance. So I do have a conspiracy theory that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. So now that Coinbase became public, they have a lot of cash, and they probably want to use this cash to do some organic growth. Basically, they want to do some acquisition, and of course, a prime target is Binance. And in case like this, in the past, the US government has done what's called economic warfare, where basically they try to support US company by completely undermining their competitor just before a potential acquisition. And we've seen this already starting a couple of weeks ago with like some investigation that started about Binance. Like by chance, it's all happening now. So I do believe that the US government is going to try to undermine Binance. And like by chance, you will see in a couple of months, we'll start to have some leak in the press that maybe Coinbase might be interested in acquiring Binance. I'm pretty sure about this. Will this happen? I don't know. But this scenario is totally possible. Okay, so then Ledger, which is the maker of a famous hardware wallet, has just raised almost $400 million. So huge raise here. And so Ledger is a French company. So I'm very happy, very proud as a Frenchman. Woohoo! It's one of our gem in crypto. So yeah, they deserve it. You know, Ledger, they were one of the first company to specialize in hardware wallet. If I have one negative thing to say about Ledger is that they have, I do think now they have to focus on they have to build a bigger device, something like Grid Plus is doing. Grid Plus is another kind of wallet, much bigger, much more premium. And so I do think that now Ledger needs to attack this segment, do a wallet much bigger that is where the usability is much bigger, because the problem of the Ledger wallet is they are so small, it's really hard to confirm your transactions. So, but I'm pretty sure with all the money they raised, they're probably going to extend their product for sure. Okay, so we have some news then of Coinbase, which is going to offer crypto investment to people who invest for their retirement fund on their 401k. So I'm not American, so I'm not really familiar with 401 how it works. But basically, if you never heard of 401, is how Americans save for their retirement. And so now, as part of their 401, they will be able to allocate a part of it to crypto. And the benefit of this is that they can save on taxes. So it's going to open a new, it's going to create a new inflow of money into crypto, basically. Next, we're going to do the news for developers. So we had a new release of Solidity last week. So Solidity 0.8.5. And the big update is that now you have the ability to cast between different type of bytes, so between from a general bytes to a bytes of a specific size. If you don't understand, that's okay. That's in general we don't do things so low level, but if you're a more advanced Solidity developer, you will understand. Then we have a new version of Remix, the online IDE for Solidity, and so now they have an integration with Hat, which is an up-and-coming framework, which is becoming more and more popular. I think it's almost becoming more popular than Truffle these days. And there's also a new feature that they call dgit. So basically, it allows you to publish your code on IPFS in order to really make it decentralized. Then I like this thread on Twitter. So that's basically an explanation of how in the blockchain community we've already solved a big problem, which is a single sign-on. So single sign-on is basically a mechanism so that you can sign on many apps with just one account. So we already do this with a social media, for example, with your Facebook account or Google account, but that's a problem because that means that you rely on these big companies to sign in to many services. So the day they decide to shut down your account for any reason, that means you lose access to everything. So with blockchain app, we don't do like this. We basically use our address as our identifier. And basically the way it works is that we ask you to sign something. So let's say you're an app and you wanna allow single sign-on by using the address of someone. So you will ask the user, okay, can you sign this piece of data? Then the user is going to sign it with MetaMask. Then the backend code is able to check that this signature is valid. And in the future, every time you want the user to sign in, you can ask the user to sign again, and then maybe with a system of cookie, you can consider that the user is signed for a certain time. I don't know, but yeah, I totally think single sign-on with blockchain addresses are the future. So if you are interested, check out this Twitter thread. It's very, very interesting. And last news. So now there is a truffle box that is available to build on the Scale network. I'm always impressed by the number of integration that are offered by Truffle. It's probably the blockchain framework with the most integration. Like you can basically integrate with any blockchain that is EVM compatible. Okay guys, so next we're gonna do the Q&A, but very quickly I'm gonna copy paste the link to the live training of this week. It's gonna be Thursday, a live training on crypto trading bot. If you are interested, you can check out the curriculum. So let me copy this in the chat. Okay. 1 second, my chat is loading. Okay, let me copy paste the link for the live training. All right. So let me scroll up in the chat. So hi Abraham, hello sir, thank you so much for everything. I followed along yesterday and created my own token. Awesome. How can I solve this? Asking. Okay, seems like Abraham is asking, seems like you took one of my course and you're asking a support question. So you can ask, in this case, ask your question in the Discord community, Abraham. Franklin, hi there. Jobai, hey. Juan, hi. Helicopter, yes. Joe Biden. Hopefully all of us can take this infancy stage of blockchain technology and take advantage of it and become successful. Yes, exactly. Especially now, like when it's not the bull market anymore, but we're in a phase a little bit more calm and you see some people leaving. It's exactly the time when you have to stay. Really, because people who succeed are the ones who stay during this phase where maybe it's not as exciting as the bull market. Like it's easy to get excited during the bull market. Everybody can do it, but it's exactly during this kind of period where it's less exciting that you have to stay. Then what do we have? We have Dixon, we have Golden Arnath, we have Siam Tanda. Hey Julian, are you still going to update the profitable flash loan? Well, you know what? I was actually working on the update today. I'm almost done with the update for Binance Smart Chains. Basically, I'm going to add a tutorial to do a trading bot for a flash loan on Binance Smart Chain to do arbitrage between PancakeSwap and PancakeSwap. So yeah, the update is going to be published this week. George, hi everyone. Hey man, Crypto Michael. Hey man, much love all of you, Dejan. Hi Dan, THX, hey man, Siatanda, Julian, how can I create a monitoring script to monitor loans that need to be liquidated on a platform such as BZX? BZX, I don't know, but I know that on the DYDX there is the team of DYDX has produced a bot to monitor their loan. So you can check out their GitHub repo, their GitHub organization. They have a repo about this. I actually have a video on my channel about the DYDX bot. Then what do we have? Then Michael Elmore, hey, Benjamo, Freeman Cryptoverse, hi man. Marubu, Mohammed is to 10k. Yes. Dixon, 25,000 is by end of 2021. Yes. Mark my words, exactly. I know that there is an option on Deribit for a $50,000 Ethereum by next year in 2022. Yeah. THX thought on Sketch Air. I don't know this project. TO, how many Solidity security core spots are you planning? I'm planning 2. So there was the first one that was already done last week, and there's gonna be another one on audits, probably in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Joe Biden, what was his price this time last year? I don't know. Maybe I think that was much less. There's probably just a few $100, I believe. Marabout, he says in French. How many French people are we here? Yeah, so I guess a few, probably a few. TO, any advanced course with labs are welcome. Yeah, this is coming. Check out the live training. We're gonna do more advanced stuff for the live training. Yeah. Siatamda, Batman, the support guy said that you are going to update profitable flash loan course. Is that true? This is true. Abraham, nothing about Aave. It's possible I missed the news about Aave. You know, like there is so much news every week. It's so easy to miss something. So yeah, educate us, Abraham, if we miss something important. Jeremy, give a like. Thanks, man. Dixon, should I stack up on more Matic? I mean, this is up to you. You know, you can only invest what you can afford to lose, as always. But me personally, I believe that the market cap of Matic is going to match what we have on Binance Smart Chain or even more. Binance Smart Chain is not a competitor of Ethereum. This is a competitor of Matic. So yeah, I do believe that Matic is going to explode. GSJ, would you believe NFT are saturated? I mean, right now, the NFT hype clearly came down a bit, but long term, I do believe in the potential of NFT, especially for all the starving artists. I do think we haven't scratched the surface for NFT. So yes, there was a bubble, but at the same time, I do think this is nothing compared to the true potential of NFT. Yes, so long term, I really believe NFT. Then we have Access. Hey man, MJS, what are your thoughts on engine for blockchain game? Engine, I commented on engine like maybe 6 months ago, but it's not fresh in my mind, so I prefer not to say any bullshit. If I remember well, engine, they do have some good partnership with some big games, so yeah, having good relationship is super important. Dixon, no NFT have a far path ahead of them. We like adoption for now. Yeah, but that's true of blockchain in general, but you know, I'm a patient man. I can wait, it's fine. Dway Payan, I was just watching your course on Web3.js. It's been a blessing for my internships. Thank you so much. Thanks, man. Glad it's helpful. Golden, Modicoin will be listed on CoinMarketCap tomorrow. Okay, never heard about this coin. Then what do we have? We have Crypto Eric. Hey man. Then Dixon, 401k takes a chunk of your paycheck and save it for when you retire. You pick how much they take. Okay, interesting. Yeah, this is for American. Adrian Kamakaro, bro, I love your video, but I'm having problem compiling an ERC721 contract due to Open Zipling version does not match with the truffle one. Yeah, like matching Solidity version is always a hassle. You have to figure it out. Either you take a older version of Open Zipling, a newer one. Yeah, you really have to. There is no easy answer really. It's on a case by case basis. David Anderson, hi June, are you still confident with the price of Matic for the next months? You know, I don't like to make short-term prediction because short-term, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I always place myself in a long-term perspective. So you know me, when I'm a holder of something, I'm a holder for years. So I'm fine with the fact that the price of Matic or Ethereum, they can go down by like 50, 60% because maybe there is some crazy negative news. Maybe I don't know, the US government decide to ban Bitcoin, or Elon Musk start to be crazy again on Twitter, or I don't know what. But I don't care about these short-term events. I do care about the general trend, and yeah, this is my perspective long-term. Yeah, so short-term, I don't know. Pat Patel, you're awesome. Thanks, man. Nicolas Delgado, greetings from Argentina. I like your video. Thank you. Dave Shefford, greetings, Julian. Hey, man. Looking forward to the next smart contract security course. Yes. Yeah, that was a big success the first time. The instructor Suhail was really good. All the students really love him, and so yeah, he's also super excited about doing another course. So yeah, looking forward to this. Joe Biden, in the course, do you explain how to obtain a job with LinkedIn, GitHub, etc.? So if you take my course, 6-figure blockchain developer, this course is especially to help you get a job in the blockchain industry by building a nice portfolio. Abraham, please, I was the first one here in your live. How can I get the right JSON coded API? Okay. I don't know. Your question is very technical. You know, like it's a bit difficult in this chat to answer like some super technical questions. So this kind of question is best for the Facebook group. So you can see in the header of my channel there is a link to my Facebook group. Go there, ask a question, and we're gonna answer your question. Pat Patel, what is your favorite smart contract to deploy? I don't know if I have a favorite one, but yeah, there is no favorite one. It's yeah. Dixon Fadel, I'm half French if that counts. Good, very good. Buying Matic now, yes. Mesa, would you make tutorial about Cardano smart contract, about Plotus? I don't know about Cardano. I want to stay centered on technology based on the EVM, because really that's the most important in blockchain. Cardano, they have their own system, their own virtual machine. So I will need to see some demand first. Right now, I don't see a lot of demand on Cardano. Maybe in the future, but yeah, with more demand. Then, hey, I'm watching your 3D tutorial playlist. Thanks for your work. Thank you. Passing greetings from Kenya. Hey, man. GSJ. Thanks for Julian from Vietnam. Yes. Su Bran Shu. Do you have a full-fledged dev course? Yes. This is called 6-figure blockchain developer. So let me find it for you. Where do I have this? Blockchain development masterclass. Okay, let me pull it up for you. Just 1 second. It's loading in my browser. Yeah, this course. So if you want to learn blockchain development from scratch, you have to follow this course. I just put it in the chat. Mafuje Islam, can you please make a full tutorial how to fork PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and upload it on my own website? So I have already a video on my channel about this, so you can first have a look at this. Unfortunately, that's incomplete. There isn't the front end, and there are a few details also I haven't mentioned. So I'm probably going to do a live training about this, so stay tuned. Maybe the next few months you'll see a tutorial like this. Shams, do you work as freelance? So personally, I don't work as freelance, but I receive a lot of requests, and so with some other colleagues of my team, we are building a team of developer. And so if you have a need, you need some custom development, you can send a message to my colleague, which is called Raphael. I put the email of Raphael in the chat, raphael@eattheblocks.com. So yeah, send him an email with your requirements, and he's going to get back to you. Abigail, do you earn 6 figures? So now I don't work as a full-time blockchain developer, because now my full-time job is to manage Eat the Blocks. So Eat the Blocks now it's a company. So I'm the CEO of Eat the Blocks. We have employees. So yes, I earn a nice salary, but it's I'm not a full-time blockchain developer right now. but I used to be for many years, and yes, I did earn six-figure when I used to work full-time as a blockchain developer. Yeah. Sandy, how do I get a lifetime access to all your course? Okay, so you can send me an email at Julian at eattheblocks.com. I put my email in the chat. You can ask me this question, Sandy. I will answer you privately. Ma Fuji, can I buy from your website? Yes, I just put the link just above. So you go there, and if you scroll down here, you will see basically there are two packages that you can choose, and so you can buy it from there. All right, well, guys, I think this is the end of the question. So thanks for coming to this live stream. Have a great week, and I will see you later on my channel. Have a great week, guys. Bye bye.